भन्दा नि आज हामी वेरेबी
त्यसको लागि पनि राम्रो छ
Before we so I want you to have a look at the difference in those coats. 90 kilometers per hour, so really is fast in it's just
यात्रा सकिसक्यो एक्लै बक्सिङ खेल्दै भयो के लाग्यो
बसेर आउने
पार्ट 2 लाइक शेयर
स्वागत छ तपाईहरुलाई हाम्रो अर्को भ्लगमा अनि आज चाहिँ अब हाम्रो क्रिसमसको छुट्टी भइसक्यो लाइक हाम्रो चाहिँ 4 दिन छ 2 डेज अफ थियो अनि त्यसपछि लगातार 2 दिन छुट्टी छ त्यही भएको कारणले हामी चाहिँ कसरी दिन बिताउने भन्दाखेरि ब्लग भन्दा नि आज हामी वेरेबी जू जाँदैछौँ मेलबर्नको त्यहाँ चाहिँ अलिक राम्रो म चाहिँ पहिले गएको छु तर मेरो हस्बेन्ड चाहिँ जानु भएको छैन अनि उहाँलाई लिएर आज जाने अनि घुम्ने अनि फेरि सिटी जाने अनि बेबीको फेभरेट मालाताङ खाने अनि आउने तर जाडो हुन्छ जस्तो छ
Yes. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. हेर्दै गर्नु होला Romeo and Juliet vlog.
क्या हो खानु लाग्दो रहेछ
Let's go लाली पोतेर आइदेऊ न नाइ यो मेरो बर्थडे गिफ्ट चस्मा कमर ठलक ठलक ढल्किरहेछ कालो चस्मा लाउ है मैया है विशाल बजार कहिले कुन बजार बस थाहा भएन तर अलि भारी भारी पनि हुँदो रहेछ इजी तर जस दुईजना हुँदा त खासै यसको उ छैन एक्लै हुँदा चाहिँ टक्क चस्मा लाउने अनि म्युजिक बजाउने है अनि कानमा बजिहाल्छ इयरफोन लाउनु पर्दैन आनन्द छ है त्यसपछि सेफ्टीको लागि क्यामेरा पनि अन गरेर हिँड्न सकियो होइन अब मलाई केही कसैले प्याङ्गा हानो म भक्क लडेँ भने पछि मेरो बुढीले प्रमाण जस भेट्छ यसको लागि पनि राम्रो छ एकदम सबैजनाले किनेर लगाउनु होला यो चाहिँ एकवटा है म किनेर दिन त सक्दिनँ तर सबैले किनेर लगाउनु होला धन्यवाद हेर्दै गर्नुहोस् है त
धन्यवाद
लु गर्नु काम
म बिहान हुन्छ नि मेरो पेट स्लिम भएको छ एकदम हुन्छ नि म भोगिछु अनि अब दिन बढ्दै जान्छ आधा रातमा पुगेपछि म काठमाडौँ जस्तो प्रेग्नेन्ट हुन्छ होइन फेरि सुत्छु बिहान उठ्छु त्यस्तो हुन्छ मलाई के भएकोमा हावा खान्छु जस्तो लाग्यो खाना त म त्यति के खान्छु
खोइ कोठामा त्यति धेरै हावा पनि हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्दैन मलाई
म हावा खाएर पनि हावा नखाँदा के गर्नुपर्छ
तिमीले नि हावा खाएर हो कि क्या त मेरो अक्सिजन अलिक कम भएको कहाँको अक्सिजन खाएको हुन्छ बडीमा अक्सिजन हो मेरो अक्सिजन अलिक कम हुन्छ नि त त्यही भएर पो म सास फेर्नु गाह्रो हुँदो रहेछ हावा छ तिमीले खाइदिँदो रहेछ नि कहिले काहीँ म हुन्छ नि त अलि खासिन्छु म कहाँमा त्यतिखेर घडी हेर्छु त अनि सपनामा तोरी होइन हौ यो क्यानोला हो तोरी र यो क्यानोला एउटै उसको हो नि त बाटोहरू पनि फोहोर भएछ बढाइदेऊ नक्कली परेछ कि क्या हो आशिषले के यहाँभित्र केही हो होला नि त नि त्यो इलेक्ट्रिकहरूको केही होला नि त नि यहाँ मुनि हरेक कुरा बनाउनु सक्छ बनाउँछ नि हामी चाहिँ ट्रेन स्टेसनमा झरेर अब लखर जाँदैछौँ बस चढ्नको लागि यता यहाँ हो यो होइन नि यही जान्छ अनि 190 देखाएको छ मेरोमा त हामी चाहिँ ट्रेनबाट झरेर ट्रेन स्टेसनमा झरेर बस स्टपमा आएर चढेर बस्छु बस पर्खिरहेको छु फुटबल लागेको प्रस्थान गर्न लागेको
एकदमै घर कस्तो दामी दामी छ
बाहिर त त्यही काम गरिन्छ भित्र चाहिँ राम्रो
त्यही कामको भन्दा पनि ठिकै छ
बाहिर त के छ क्यामेरा राखेको
नआएर यहाँ घरमा हेर्नु न गाइजहरू कस्तो भइरहेछ हजुर मैले यसरी थाहै पाइनँ
यो साइडमा पलेपछि कसरी अहिले हेर्दा
कसरी
मलाई
त्यहाँ उठ्छ होला नि मलाई त भोकै लाग्ने मान्छेहरू जानु
वरी बिजु के छ जुमा हामी चाहिँ बसबाट झरेर फाइनली जू आएर भोलिको टिकटलाई आज चेन्ज गरेर अब जू घुम्ने
पहिला हामी सफारीमा जानुपर्छ क्या सफारी स्टेसन यता एलिफेन्ट ट्रायल
एलिफेन्ट ट्रायल सफारी स्टेसन पानी किन्ने
पहिला पानी
सुसी वाउ क्यानको वाटर चस्मा लगाऊ सरकार खोइ त अनि सफारी तिमी कहाँ लान्छौ हौ सफारी चराउने अनि फ्रिजको पानी चिसै हुन्छ बिरालेको चितुवा ऊ अगाडि जिराफ सफारी स्टेसनले पुऱ्यायो के झोला बोक्नु पर्यो लाइन छ यत्रो लाइन छ कहिले पाला आउँछ कतिजना लान्छ एक कोसमा एक गाडीमा
यहाँ भित्र आएको भन्दा त उनीहरू छिराउनु
हो
उयोबाट चाहिँ भन्दा
तर गाडी चढ्ने
निकैजना पनि हट्छ त कलर पनि आउँछ यहाँ
सफारी आइपुग्यो यत्रो ठुलो सफारीमा मान्छे कति बोक्यो है यत्रो लाइन के सफारी
Before we head on safari. Just a reminder that while we are driving, please stay seated. If you can stay seated at all times, even better. Please also keep your arms inside the carriages at all times. If you do happen to drop anything outside the carriage, this bus is unable to stop to pick it up, but please let a staff member know. We'll get someone to retrieve your item for you. In the event of any medical emergencies, there is a phone number at the front of each carriage and a button at the top of each carriage. Please press or call through to one of these. It'll come to me and we'll get you the help that you need, but please only use this in the event of an actual emergency. Now with all of that out of the way, we are about to head through to our first area. This is the arid habitat, so it is set to mimic a desert-like environment. As you can tell right now with the sun out, the animals are very happy in here. Now we do have two dromedary camels, one to our left having a little bit of a scratch on the grass, and one straight in front of us. These two girls are sisters, their names are Sahara and Atta, and they are looking particularly dishevelled at the moment. That's because they're still in the process of losing that winter coat. Now they're one of the species that grow in a second coat over winter, flex like a blanket, keeps them nice and toasty and warm, but obviously during summer that's not something they want over them. But it does take quite a bit of time and effort to get that off of their body, and in the meantime, they look a little funky like this. As you come past Atta, I want you to have a look at the difference in those coats. You can see that second coat that's coming off is a lot thicker than the generic coat she has on her body. These are also known as dromedary camel or one-humped camels because they just have the one prominent hump on their back and they store lots of fat deposits in there. Now over to our right, you might be able to spot some female ostrich. Sometimes you can spot them roaming around. We won't talk too much about the ostrich just yet, but I do want you to take note of the colour of their feathers, of their plumage, because we'll see some more ostrich later on today and they look a little bit different.
Going on this one. I feel like I'm going to You are going to see the first of many antelope species you'll see out on tour today. This herd here is the scimitar horned oryx family unit. So as we get a little bit closer, you'll see how appropriately named they are after those horns they have on the top of their head. You will notice as well that they do face backwards. It is their primary defense from any predators. And a little added bonus for them, they do work as very good back scratchers.
Antelope.
Now this group here is made up of females and juveniles. We also do have some males down on the savannah as well. The reason that they are kept separate is only when the breeding program is on, which runs usually every 3 years. That's because the males do something called sparring over the competition of the female. So they use those horns to clash together, and unfortunately, just like any other thing made of keratin, they are prone to breakage. We don't want that to happen. When we get down onto the lower savannah, Now that we have safely made it through the hippo pond, we are about to enter the woodlands. You'll already notice this area looks totally different from the arid habitat. There's a lot more hills, trees, grasses. There's also a really big water hole in the centre. And all of this is super important for the 2 antelope species that are housed here. But as a little bit of an added benefit, it means that there's lots of native Australian birds that come to this area. And of course, lots of rabbits around as well. So as we come through here, I want you to see how many different things you can find, and hopefully we'll be able to spot the antelope as well. But today they've been spending a lot of time over the other side of the waterhole, so we might only see them on the way back.
That's the rabbit running. It's quick.
When he is coming through into breeding season, at the moment you can see that darkness mostly prominent on his face. His name is Artie. He's also the only one that can grow those very impressive horns in this species. Now you'll notice they are a very small species of antelope, so they don't mind being out in the open like this. Most antelope prefer to hide, but these guys rely on their speed to run away from any potential predators. They can reach top speeds of about 90 kilometers per hour, so nearly as fast as a cheetah. We are going to head out of the zoo for a second into an area that's known as a wildlife corridor, which is usually pretty easy to tell apart. It's the size of all of these girls, and he has the really big round fluffy head that's characteristic of a male bison. We do have a group of the male ostrich here. It's always great to see these close. Sometimes a light grey as well. Now these are 3 of our older boys. They all have different identification methods because they have different feathers missing or different patches on their hair. You might see some of the younger males down on the lower savannah. They have identification bands around their legs because we can't they sit there. Alright, welcome to the lower savannah everyone. I can see our little white rhinoceros family unit over here. Her partner Kivaru and their little son Jabalani is just a year old. Now very typical of rhinoceros at this time of day, they are having a little bit of a nap before they get back up to forage around. If they do get back up while we're still down here, I'll take you the long way around so that we can get a nice close look at them. Now they do have a pretty unfortunate nickname. They are nicknamed the toilet seat antelope because of the markings they have on their bottoms. And to us it does resemble a little bit of a toilet seat. To them it is very functionally important. So their children do something called infant. They tend to memorise the pattern of that marking. Slightly different between each individual. And that's how their children can identify them in the herd. So another species that do this is the zebra. So zebras take a memorised pattern of the ladder-like patterns on their tails. That's how they identify their parents. Here we have the plains zebra, which is the most common of the 3 species in the world. Where you can tell them apart is their stripes go all the way across their stomachs. Now those stripes are incredibly important camouflage for zebra, which I know sounds a little silly because it looks like they stand out quite well. We're very used to cryptic camouflage when we talk about these things, which is where you blend into your environment, but zebras show disruptive camouflage, which is where you are made to compete because they know no predators are going to be out hunting, and it gives them a very nice period to be vulnerable with their children. Up ahead we have 2 very special species. We have the eland, many of you have seen any nature documentaries where a prey animal can't run quickly,
सानो सानो छ त नि आज त
they have had to adapt to this in a lot of different ways, but two of their main ways is their strength. So they are typically stronger than an adult male lion, but also they can jump over 3 meters in the air with no run-up or anything. So they have been known to jump over their predators to make an escape. As we drive past, you might hear a clicking sound that comes from their knees. Now, the frequency and the pitch of those clicks can tell their predators and each other how good they are at fighting, which is incredibly complex for an antelope species. You might also notice they have a little bit of loose skin on their neck, which is called a jewlap. And it's a lot of their food in there, and keep it nice and cold, works like an inbuilt refrigerator, so that they still always have food to eat when they're hungry. Their genetics are already well represented through those programs. So all 6 of these guys are male. So we sort of have the 2 groups. So the younger males, which are all on our left. So from left to right, that's Wayo, Jesse and David. And then the older males, which you can see are quite a lot taller. Again, from left to right, we've got Jelani, AJ and Harold. Now you can get good at telling them apart just from their patterns, because their patterns are completely different from one another. But each of them do have their own little things that you can tell them apart. For example, Jesse, one of the younger boys, he has half an ossicone on the top of his head, so he's very easy to see. We're looking at one of the older boys, AJ. He has quite a lot of fat rolls along his body. I'm not body shaming the giraffe. He was just quite a chunky baby. So we do have another male ostrich up ahead. It looks like he is showing some of his foraging behaviours.
On your side,
Now, even though he does look still very small in comparison, he's sitting at just shy of a ton now. He does have to get to about 2.5 tons, just like his stats. Now that we have seen everything down here, we are going to make our way up and out of the savannah, which means we'll go back through the areas that we have been through before, back towards the safari station. So what I'll do during this time is I'll turn my microphone off to let you enjoy the drive in peace. If I do see anything, of course, that we haven't yet spoken about or anything super exciting, I'll be sure to pop my microphone back on and tell you all about it. But for now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the safari.
केही कति नै देख्नु पाइँदैन कस्तो पिङ्क कलरको अरे चितवनमा पनि यसरी नै घुम्ने त अनि हात्ती चाहिँ कता छ हात्ती चितुवा भनेर देखाएको छ नि त चाहिँ आफै हेर्ने हो हिँडेर यही होइन बाइसन
They camouflage so extraordinarily well that when they feel they have to run away from a predator, they will flip up their tails to show the bright white on the underside so that their other nyala friends have something to follow so they don't get lost from one another. Now just across the waterhole as well, I can spot Benjamin.
त्यो अगाडिको चाहिँ हामीभन्दा अगाडिको ट्रेन यो पछाडि त्यो भर्खर स्टार्ट गर्दै गरेको हो ए हो त हाम्रो चाहिँ सफारीको यात्रा सक्यो नि त सक्यो यात्रा चाहिँ
कस्तो लाग्यो त तपाईलाई
एकदम रमाइलो 31 वर्षपछि जो घुम्ने त पनि अस्ट्रेलियामा आएर सफारीको यात्रा पनि सकियो अब कहाँ जाने हो थाहा छैन मलाई के थाहा त तिमी पहिला आएको मान्छे चस्मा हामी चाहिँ जाँदैछौँ अब हिँड्दै पैदल अब चाहिँ पैदल घुम्ने सफारीको यात्रा सकिसक्यो टक्कसँगले पैदल घुम्ने इलेफेन्ट हेर्ने अनि के देखिन्छ त्यता हेर्दै जाने तपाईँहरू पनि हेर्नु होला हाम्रो भिडियोद्वारा
यो चाहिँ नयाँ खोलेको जस्तो छ होइन अब कतिजना आउनुभएको छ कि छैन यदि मैले बुझी आउनु हुँदैछ भने चाहिँ एलिफेन्टको लागि पनि नयाँ ठाउँ हेरिरहेको रहेछ हेर्नु आउनु होला तर अलिक धेरै हिँड्नुपर्ने भयो क्या नजिक बनाउनु पर्ने एलिफेन्ट पास भएर गयो एलिफेन्ट भन्दा त मै ठुलो रहेछ अरे
तिमीभन्दा सानो एलिफेन्ट हो
मभन्दा सानो एलिफेन्ट देखेर बल्ल जिन्दगी
भयो यार यो फुल चाहिँ राम्रो रहेछ भरे के खालको फुल हो यो एक्लै
बक्सिङ खेल्दैछ हो क्या अझै गर्नु न
इलेफेन्ट एक्लै बक्सिङ खेल्दै बसेको छ
कहाँ चाहिँ तपाईँ त्यो बक्सिङ खेल्दैछ
एक्लै खेल्दै बसिरहेछ
कमसेकम दुईवटा त राख्नुपर्छ होइन इलेक्ट्रिक वाला फ्यान छ त्यहाँ
एउटा मात्रै के तर खोइ यार
हुन्छ नि दुई तिनवटा
भन्दा त तिमी नै ठिक छ जो खोल्यौँ भने कि जो घुम्यौँ भने पक्रिँदै ल्याउँदै छोड्दै हो अब के हेर्नु जाने यहाँ त टन्ने नै रहेछ कि अरू बारले गर्दा केही त नदेखेको छु बोलाउँ किन छ एक्लै बसिरहेछ के गर्दैछ खाँदैछ के खान्छ निकै रहेछ है हात्ती एउटा मात्र होइन तिमीले जू खोल्नु पर्दैन फुलेछ कमलको फुल हिलोमा हुन्छ भनेकै रहेछ सक्यो इलेफेन्ट ट्रेल पनि इलेफेन्ट पनि धेरै देखियो अब सक्यो हाम्रो
अब उता
के छ
कति भयो टाइम
4
भ्याइन्छ त जाँदा त 4:30 होला
खै भन तिमी के भन्न चाहन्छौ जनता जान्न चाहन्छ
अब टाइम रहेछ भने हजुर अरू पनि देखाउला रहेन भने छ घुम्ने ठाउँ त अझै तर यो टाइम चाहिँ म यो चुटी चाहिँ यता फर्स्ट टाइम म यता आएको साथी भर्खर होला
समय र गुफा
scary.
Oh my gosh, there's a bat!
Oh my gosh.
Scary?
There's so many bats. There's no bats.
There's one bed, there's one bed.
Where?
You think they put kids in it?
Awesome.
There's a dead one.
They're not going to put kids in an actual cave in the back.
Mummy.
Mummy! Emily don't. Emily don't.
What's this?
There's nothing here. Guys, what is it?
आज बस निस्केर नि यहाँ थुनिदिन्छ अनि जनावरसँगै बस्ने खेल्दै खेल्दै हामी चाहिँ इलेफेन्ट ट्रेल सकेर अब अस्ट्रेलियन ट्रेल कुद्दैछौँ अस्ट्रेलियाकोहरू पाउने इलेफेन्ट आफ्नो आफ्नो हुन्छ नि टोन हुन्छ नि सबले सेम बोल्दैन नि त वेलकम टु कंगारू गो प्लिज
कस्तो बनाएको
स्लाइड एन्ड पुस भनेको छ त
क्याङ्गरुको बच्चाहरू पो रहेछ त
कस्तो खा होइन बच्चा कङ्गारू कङ्गारू मै जत्रो जत्रो इत्रो इत्रो छ त गोरा लात्ती खेलेर आमी क्या झापा ठान्दैन होला तान्छ ल कङ्गारू पनि देखियो यहाँ आएर
अस्ट्रेलियामा आएर है अस्ट्रेलियन एनिमल
यता यहाँको नेसनल होला होइन
र के नेसनल भएर त खान्छ यिनीहरू कङ्गारू
कङ्गारू खाइदिन्छ
कोल्सहरूतिर उयसमा पाउँछ त कङ्गारूको मिट
यो ए हेर्न आएको यो लाइन पनि हेरेर आइयो सियाल जसरी छ एउटा मात्रै जाने कस्तो डर लाग्दो अरे अनि के गर्ने हो त
Oh my god. यो कोही बस्दैन नि बस्ने भए त हामीले एकछिन सर्व त छैन नि होइन त्यो कोइला आउनु साँच्चीको हो होइन नि म देख्छु त आउनु साँच्चीको हो
मेरो बुढी डराएर यार
They don't sleep, they don't digest. We're picking enough for photographs.
त चल्दैन त ल
यो चाहिँ सही लागेको छ है
के गरेछ कफी खानु
कफी खानु
यो चाहिँ होरी बिजुको गिफ्ट हाउस होला होइन गिफ्ट सपिङ गिफ्ट किन्ने ठाउँ
तपाईँको साग
तिम्रो चाहिँ हो त झ्याक्कै तिमी जस्तै छ हेर त सेम टु सेम
राम्रो रहेछ त
भने त भने तिमी जस्तो
फ्याटहरू किन्नु
होस्
ग्लासेस
हो टाउकोमा छ घरमै छ किन किन्ने ज्यादा टाउको आउँछ मेरो चस्मा छैन भनेर किन न
सल्लाहको उबाट बनाएको नि
एरोमा पोर्ट सक्यो ल आजको जू घुमाइसक्यो हो ल
कस्तो लाग्यो तपाईँलाई? मलाई त रमाइलो लाग्यो।
मलाई ठिकै लाग्यो,
बसमा लिएर आउनु
राम्रै छ। दिदी गरे जाउँ स्टेसनसम्म, नजिकै त छ।
गरिदिनु साँच्ची।
ल ल आजको हाम्रो भिडियो चाहिँ जूको यहीँसम्म। यो भिडियो चाहिँ हामी यहीँ टुङ्गाउन चाहन्छौँ। अर्को भिडियो आउनेछ फेरि पार्ट 2 आजकै। त्यो चाहिँ भरे मुभी हेर्न जान्छौँ अब हामी। त्यसको अर्को भिडियो आउनेछ। त्यो भिडियो चाहिँ यहीँसम्म। बाई। सबैले लाइक सेयर सब्सक्राइब गरिदिनु होला। धन्यवाद सबैले बाई गरिदिनु होला।